Time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
Don't forget, we've got our Tuesday ticket takeover happening on the JR Instagram at 101.1 WJRR. Your chance to win Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets for their shows here in Central Florida come Christmas time.
And several people are picked when we do these Tuesday ticket takeovers. So if you're not following us on Instagram, it's at 1011 WJRR.
So Friday night, Jane's Addiction tour was in Boston at the conclusion of their song Ocean Size, which is a fantastic tune off of Nothing Shocking. Mm-hmm. Jane's Addiction apparently has come to at least a temporary end. Perry Farrell inexplicably smashed into Dave Navarro's shoulder, and then he threw a punch at the guitarist. This prompted the tour personnel to come out and drag Perry Farrell off the stage, and the show abruptly ended. The band then announced they were canceling their next date in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and then now have subsequently announced they've canceled the remaining 15 dates of the tour, and the band is going to, quote, take a break from one another, and they have apologized to the fans holding tickets at the remaining shows that have been canceled and point them to return them at the point of purchase, and if it's the secondary market, get a hold of wherever you bought those from.
You're going to take a break from each other, but you just got back together.
The common denominator here seems to be Perry Farrell versus the rest of the guys of the band, and Perry is apparently having some mental issues. Not going to question that. Not my place to. Nope. I don't think it's anyone's place to. So the other band members are, supportive and urging him to hopefully get the assistance he needs before they make a decision on what the next move will be, if any.
I hope the best for him. The bright side is the Florida show. You said that already happened, right?
That was back on August 29th.
There you go. So you're one of the lucky ones.
Now onto this ever-changing Dave Grohl infidelity story. You were all well-versed in that. He came clean and admitted he has recently become a father again of another baby, this time another girl. Now he has 4 total girls, 3 with his, I think it's 2 with his current wife, 1 previously, and now another with a woman he's not married to. So there's that. We know about that. Then there's rumors about a divorce lawyer being involved. And now there's this thrown into the mix. Apparently there's a bit of jealousy that has been going on the part of Dave Grohl towards his wife's tennis coach, who is apparently really good looking.
Really? It's always the tennis coach.
And this is, I guess, been an ongoing thing for a while now. And the wife is like, I've told him you have nothing to worry about, but...
He's teaching me a backhand. He's not,
The cynical folks are going, this is his attempt to deflect from his transgression. I don't know. I'm not privy to the intimate goings-on of their relationship. We all know if you're in a relationship, you have your ups, your downs, your rough patches, and... theirs has just become very public at this point.
And they're asking for their privacy. I'm giving it to them. But when you're Dave Grohl, how's it not going to be public?
I don't know if it sounds like there's much hope for repairing this whole thing. I hope they're able to work it out.
I do, too. They were married 21 years.
Alex Van Halen is making 3 appearances in October. These will be kind of his first public appearances in a while. He won't be playing drums. He'll be out promoting the release of his memoir, Brothers, which is set for an October 22nd release. He'll hold a book signing in New York City. He'll also be in Northvale, New Jersey. And he'll also have a live conversation event in Los Angeles. Should be noted the audio version of Brothers will include the song Untitled, which was the last song that Alex and Eddie Van Halen wrote together. We told you last week that the initial plans for Poison to tour in 2025 have been shelved. This at the behest of Bret Michaels, even though he was the one who really was promoting that they were going to be doing it in 2025. He says, no, it sounds like a better thing would be to go in 2026, and then we can celebrate with a tour of the 40th anniversary of our 1986 debut album, Look What the Cat Dragged In.
That makes a little more sense to me, too.
So look for, if you're a Poison fan, 2026 apparently is the new target for them to be back out on the road as Poison.
Somebody texted in at 22526 about Perry. Perry was reading the lyrics in that show. Embarrassed, ... embarrassing.
There's also this line that he was complaining that the band is playing too loud, and he was having to scream his lyrics, and he's suffering from tinnitus. And dude, you're in a rock band. I don't know.
I hope he gets, just like you said, the help that he needs.
We know that the late Chester Bennington's son is not real happy about the current plans of Lincoln Park. What about Chester's widow, Talinda?
That was who my guess was that was pissed when you brought this up last week.
She has showed her support.
Really?
For the reformation of Lincoln Park. So that's an interesting dynamic that's going on there.
If you did not hear or see what the son said, wow.
Yeah, that was
heavy.
It was like a full-on statement. But anyway.
Just like assault. It was crazy.
Two of the famous brothers in Southern rock, of course, from one of the most famous Southern rock family bands, the Van Zants, are teaming up for their first ever Christian rock album. Johnny Van Zant, who of course has fronted Lynyrd Skynyrd for several decades at this point, taking over after the passing of his late brother, Ronnie, will team up with Donnie Van Zant for their new Christian rock album called Always Look Up, which will be coming out November 22nd.
So it's Ronnie and Donnie.
No,
right?
It's Johnny and Donnie. Ronnie was the...
Johnny and Donnie. Ronnie was the one replaced.
Ronnie passed away in a
he
plane
died.
crash.
Yeah, exactly. I remember.
Yes.
I just did Ronnie, Johnny, Donnie, woo, and God.
REO Speedwagon is retiring from touring in 2024 or after this year's tour due to, quote, irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences between bassist Bruce Hall and lead vocalist Kevin Cronin.
At least they didn't do it on the stage.
Not right.
Like
yeah,
James.
They're going to tough it out and they'll say, that's it. We just, Greg Tribbett from Mudvayne is having to take a leave of absence from the band, but don't worry, the band's tour will continue with Megadeth. Greg has to leave the tour to tend to some family stuff that he says family comes first, and we applaud you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So they will Mudvayne will continue on. They've got replacement guitarist. Blink-182's Mark Hoppus has announced a, quote, smart, funny, and refreshing memoir called Fahrenheit 182. He is set to tell the story of forming one of the biggest bands of his generation, as well as constant battle with anxiety and his public battle and triumph over cancer. This will be coming out next year. And, Pussifer, A Perfect Circle, and Primus, they've toured together before. They had limited dates. Well, they've announced an expanded spring 2025 tour. May 6th, Hollywood, Florida. May 8th, Tampa, Florida, if you're interested in going to see that show.
I would imagine, of course, the Rock Station will have tickets for that JRR.
Sure we will. And last but surely not least, Styx has announced another Las Vegas residency. They've done these over the years. This time in early 2025 or late January, they'll be performing their classic album, The Grand Illusion, in full, plus a greatest hits set. So if you're planning a trip to Vegas, maybe you can catch that.
That was a ton of rock news. Well done.
What I got. Rock news.
Follow us on our